gave us a flashlight. Oh, that's bright. Okay, never mind, you're going back. Oh, maybe. Okay. Hey, is everyone ready? Thank you. Last meal in the US. Woo! Wow, look at our little NSLI-Y green shirt coat. Are you ready for this flight?
Oh yeah, 12 hours, let's go.
Let's go!
덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 되감기 넘어진 채 청하는 엇박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내 진짜 더 뜨거운 숨 끝이 보이지.
We're in Korea now. We're in Korea. Sign says it's social distance. Wow. Look at our red tag. He's from America and we have high COVID cases. Well, I think we're all ready for our hotel now.
Yes.
We're all on our own now after 2 days of getting to know each other and hang out, and now we're back to being lonely. This will be the last one I see for the next 2 weeks. Ooh, okay, a pretty solid bed going on here. A tiny one, just because we're gonna have to change the sheets. What happened? Did they take out the desk? Why is there, what? Okay, now I can have like a nice little morning spot. Sadly, no patio. I was desperately hoping for a patio, but whoa, this view. I think I can get used to that. Window. Oh, sweet. Oh, it doesn't open that much. That's kind of lame. Got a desk here. Probably will be doing all my virtual stuff. How do you function a lamp? Okay, plot twist. That's something for later. What did I get us a little package? Okay, now I'm gonna figure out the lamp. I got this. How do you turn on a lamp? Aha! Oh, cute. So now I got unbagging of a little here. Got some cups. I got this self-monitoring sanitary kit with... Hey, we got some face masks. Poster. Reminder poster. In Korean. Study material, I guess. Some Sanogen gel. And then thermometer in a nice little cute case. Okay, and I do not need this many bags of coffee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I don't drink coffee, but maybe that'll be my quarantine thing. I got some green tea. And then, why toothpaste though? Like, if I managed to forget toothpaste when I forgot a lot of other things, I'm also not complaining. Okay. Oh, haha. Toothbrush. That is, okay, that explains it. Yeah, okay, I could see someone forgetting both. We got these big... Oh my gosh, how many of you are there? These are cute. Huge. Oh, hey, instruction packet. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. In case you guys are curious, it costs $98 per night to be staying here. This hotel's honestly, I think it's super cute. Like, very classy, so not complaining. $98. Got a nice water kettle. Yes, you bet I bought tea from Trader Joe's. Yes, we're gonna be drinking that. Some nice big bottles of water. It seems like water to me. Got a little safe. I don't know who's breaking into my room because I'm quarantining. Actually, quite a few hangers. There's 6 hangers here, so it'll be convenient for when I dry my clothes. These doors, ooh, cabinets. Wow. Got ourselves a mirror. Oh, bathroom, standard 2 towels. Oh my gosh. This looks like fun. Massage ICU. That's what we're going to be trying to use that in the shower. These are big bottles of shampoo. Shampoo, moisture rinse, nourishing hair 하고 body wash, and this open bar soap. Not quite sure how much I trust this, but the fact that everything else seems pretty clean is giving me a good sign. Not bad. My home for the next 2 weeks. Let's go. It is now 8:50 and I just kinda got settled into the hotel. I'm dying for a shower right now and actually just to go to sleep for a very, very, very long time preferably. But I just wanted to update you guys on what it was like going through the Korean airport arriving from the US. So when we arrived, instead of going directly to our checked bags, we actually went through all of the COVID-19s. There's a first table that kind of told us about quarantine and stuff. Okay, so keep in mind, this is getting right off the plane. You're like, oh my gosh, we're in Korea. And of course, I go up to the lady and I'm like, oh, 안녕하세요. I guess that prompted her that like, oh, this person does Korean, which makes sense. But that's not what was running through my head. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be polite. And she ends up doing her entire thing in Korean and like asking me questions in Korean. I was like, oh my gosh, like this can't be happening already. After that, we had our second stage where we had to get these quarantine apps that we're gonna have to be using during our quarantine here. That was honestly kind of a bit of a fiasco because we had apps downloaded. I actually had 2 apps downloaded. They literally took our phones and deleted them and then downloaded like one of the other ones. And I was like, what was that whole point of getting us to download the other ones then? That was also an interesting situation because my phone is set in Korean, and then so the person who's like doing my phone is like 한국인이세요, and yeah, and I had to be like, yeah, I suck at Korean, so please continue doing your whole thing in English. So they were guarding like the front entrance of the line, and so we'd like go into the line once they've approved us, and then there's like a whole row of people kind of sitting there. And so we had to go up to them with our paperwork, and I think they were doing kind of the more like logistics details. For instance, we'd have to include like a phone number of someone in Korea until they actually sat there and called the person and talked to them to like make sure that the phone number was correct. I started out in Korean in that, and he started to talk to me, and whatever he said went pfft. It was so awkward. I had to be like, oh, just one day, oh, like, can you please do it in English? And then for the third stage, I think it was just finalizing quarantine paperwork. Last thing was getting to this quarantine hotel. After we went through customs, there was this whole like waiting area, and we waited for the bus that would take us all the way over here to the hotel. In total, I think we got off the plane around 2:30. And we came officially all the way up into the hotel at about 8:30, so that would be a 6-hour process. I've been awake for way too long. The reason why I don't really know what happened at every single stage is because they kept giving us all these papers. And so it'd be like, oh, fill out this, or like they print it out for you, oh, sign this. And so I end up with like all these little tiny things. And I don't know like what the next stage is supposed to be. So I just end up handing them my task for it with all the papers and like, here you go, figure out what to do with it. I actually did try filming parts of this quarantine process. One of the people came up to me and said, oh, you're not allowed to. I don't quite remember the reason why, so then I had to delete all those videos. Even a brief airport interaction, it really hit me that when people say that English is spoken in Korea, like that is not true. I think most people can like get away with words. Like when we had the app, he was trying to tell us like don't press on this button, so he was like doing this motion and he said no. There's definitely still language barriers within Korea even though everyone's required to study English. I think that was definitely a big motivator for me to learn Korean so I don't have to awkwardly tell people to switch over to English, and then when they speak in English it gets awkward because then they don't really know how to say things. I was honestly super impressed by how organized and how seriously they took COVID. Even though a lot of places are opening up right now, well, a lot of places are very, very open, especially within the United States. And so even when we showed up, there were people dressed up in like hazmat suits. When we were trying to move on to the next stage, they would literally have the person at the desk call out, oh, I'm sending a person your way, like when I'm done doing whatever at that counter. And then so they'd have someone come and escort me across so that it would only be one person at a time. So I think that's really cool that they're able to do this so efficiently, go through all these different safety protocols and still take COVID really seriously. Definitely going to be passing out and just eating some snacks because I ate nothing on the plane either, kind of dying. So peace out guys.